¿Qué onda, morrillos? ¿Cómo están? ¿Qué onda? Tengo una sección que se llama Conociendo al Chef. ¿Y qué vamos a hacer? Pues vamos a conocer al chef. En esta primera ocasión llegamos a Elements Pizzeria. Miren qué bonita gorra. Quizás ya hasta damos una. Pero acompáñame, vamos a conocer al chef. Let's check them out.
Hey, my name is SAMI. Welcome to Elements.
How did you come to finding this spot and saying, this is where I want to showcase what I do now?
So we were fortunate due to the fact that this corner came on the market and it's right next door to my dad's bakery. So my father's had a bakery for about 36 years now, and that's where my fondest beginnings come because I've always been around dough, I've always been around flour, and that's pretty much like my whole life. So opening up something that's similar to what we were already doing, but with a different target, that's what gave us the idea to open up a pizzeria.
And what would you say was the toughest challenge of opening up a pizzeria in Jackson Heights?
Ooh, that's tough. Pretty much dialing everything down. You know, in the beginning, you have an idea of what you want to achieve, but just going through the whole stages of the build out, making sure everything is in its right place, making sure that the pizza dough is perfect how you want it, and just making things work efficiently.
What would you say is your go-to item here at Elements?
Ooh, I would say the margarita. We take a lot of pride in our margarita because we stretch our own fresh mozzarella. So that's something that we do every second day. The mozzarella is stretched in-house. It's a process that we do downstairs with the guys. Afterwards, we top it off with a chunky tomato sauce. We use a very sweet Stanislaus tomatoes from California. And then very simply, just a little bit of roasted garlic oil and fresh basil. It's very simple slice, but it's got a lot of flavor.
My first time here, what should I have?
First time here, it depends on what you like. So our meatballs, we grind their own meatballs in-house. It's a 3-day process from getting the meat, from butchering it down, to grinding it twice, to forming them, seasoning them. The meatballs are a heavy hit. Another thing that we introduced recently also is our wings. So we do roasted wings here, and the wings come with different sauces. They're not that thick battered wings. It's more of like a light coating that we do on the outside. So that's a nice addition to the menu. And then also the milkshakes. If you like milkshakes, we do amazing old school, classic style milkshakes.
I've already had the pizza, I know how good it is. What would you recommend?
Oh man, you gotta try the beers. We have a lot of interesting beers. Here, the beers that we feature are northeastern beers, so we have some from Queens, some from Brooklyn. We have a couple from Maine. It's not the traditional national beers you might find in other bars, but we feel like we have a pretty well-rounded list here.
Your highlight of the venue, of Elements, what would you say is your best art piece here that you like?
Well, coming up with Elements, we definitely wanted to reflect on what my brother and myself, which is also my partner, what we really enjoy doing. So that has a lot to do with motorcycles. I don't know if you can notice, but we have a motorcycle that's hanging here in the background. So that's actually my brother's bike. It's a 14-year-old bike that he had for a few years that he actually did quite a bit of riding with, and we wanted to pretty much donate it to the store to showcase some of our passions. So one of our biggest passions is food, but that goes hand in hand with bikes. We love riding bikes.
Y aquí los que te van a atender, it's always going to be Sammy, Giovanni, y Juancho. So stop by, say hi, and try their pizza.
Thank you.